All right, we continue our build-up to tonight's announcement at 8 o'clock. And remember, many government workers in the public sector will get new political bosses. Let's speak to the union there, the Public Servants Association. We're joined from Pretoria by its representative, Tahir Maepa. Tahir, thank you for being with us. What are you expecting tonight, first of all?
Well, we as the Public Servants Association, we expect the President to bring about a cabinet of a mixture of the experienced ones and the young ministers who will be able to take the public service forward. We're also hoping that the President will hear the cries of the nation that the cabinet needs to be downsized into a reasonable number so that we can be able to guard against inefficiencies and duplication of responsibilities and the wastage that we are seeing currently in the public service, so that money can be channeled towards public service and public service delivery. And we want to see a situation where some of that money can be able to create jobs at the bottom where the service delivery is happening. Our hospitals are in dire need of staff, they're in dire needs of equipment and all that. So in downsizing the cabinet and increasing at the bottom will bring about more efficiency, and it will bring about more synergy within the public service.
Are you not worried about job losses down the line? Some would say that there needs to be efficiency at the top and then it should cascade down. We have a very high government wage bill.
Well, the issue of the wage bill is a discussion that we really need to look at it in a very objective manner. The wage bill of the government is not because of the 1.3 million public servants that we have currently. The issue of the government spending and wastage, that's where the problem is. And if you have lesser ministers, you probably you're going to have lesser people stealing, you are going to have people concentrating on what they're supposed to be doing, and you'll be able to monitor the performance of those particular individuals. And you'll be able to make sure that at the bottom, you are able to bring about proper services where they are needed, because currently we've got over 200,000 vacant positions. So there's no way that you can cut down on the public service. The public service must grow if we are serious about making sure that we diffuse this service protest that at times becomes very violent.
Are there any names you'd like to throw out there on your wish list, Tahir? Who are the ministers that will inspire confidence, inspire efficiency, help those public servants and the people receiving the services to start to hope again?
Well, I think the government has got a lot of capable people who can come in. But it will be sad if we see a lot of ministers being recycled, those who've been in the public service for more than 10 years and all that. We need fresh ideas. We need new energies. We need to see younger ministers coming in. But we also want the retention of the experienced ones, especially in key ministerial positions. I wouldn't mind to see a person like Tito Mboweni coming in as a Minister of Finance. I've got differences with him on a number of things, but I believe that he's one of the most efficient guys and he'll be able to steer the ministry properly. I would like to see a person like Minister Ayanda Glogo coming back, especially at the DPSA. She has brought about a lot of fresh air there, a lot of energy, and you can see that she wants to make sure that the public service become an efficient employer. I also want to see maybe younger guys who can come in, people like Fikile Mbalula, who can come into the cabinet, Zizi Godwa, just a mix of those. And the older guys like Minister Bathebile Dlamini, they can go and rest and come in as advisors to assist the public service to go in. But we also want to see a situation where many of these government agencies also are reduced, are brought back into the public service. Because there's too many duplication. You end up not knowing who's doing what, and that in itself, it's a recipe for disaster. So trimming down the public service must include also the agencies and so forth.
Public enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, do you have any view?
Well, Minister Pravin Gordhan is one of the most efficient ministers. It will be sad to see him going, even though we have a view about the current case that is going on with the public protector as far as Mr. Pillay is concerned. From what we could pick up and the documents that we've seen, what we did, we don't think is proper. It's something that needs to be condemned, and it will bring about wrong precedents that if ministers are just going to make people to retire today and give them money and then come back to work tomorrow. That is the kind of thing that we need to desist and run away from. We believe that what Minister Pravin did is not proper. It's in a way, for us, it seems like it's an illegal transaction that needs to be reviewed. We want a situation where that issue needs to be dealt with. But him as a minister, he's one of the most efficient people that we have. And it will be sad to see him go if he's not going to be part of this cabinet, because there's a lot of unfinished business in the SOEs, and he seems to be gathering his forces properly to make sure he cleans up the government-owned entities.
All right, one that will be closely watched tonight. Thank you for your expectations, your wishes. Tahir Maepa from the Public Servants Association, the labour union representing many government workers. Chris Helder.